guys, it's me, Nita. I'm here with another update. Sorry that it took so long. The last time that I spoke with you guys, I told you guys that we were in the process of moving, and we had things that we need to pack and stuff like that. So we moved. We've probably been here about 3 weeks now. It took us a little while to get this update together because, for one, we broke one of the cameras, and we need to have that sent off. And then we packed our backup camera. So we just found it. But I guess it's better late than never. So as of right now, I'm 36 weeks. The last time I spoke to you guys, I was 29 weeks. And I was talking about going out to Austin for Thanksgiving. And I did. And I had a very, very good time. The trip wasn't that bad. I think we had to stop like 2 or 3 times because I had to use the restroom. But that's about it. Also, last time I spoke to you guys, we were thinking about going to the concert, the Escape concert, and we decided on not to go. The closer we got to the concert, the more I was having like cramping and feeling uncomfortable, and so we decided that it was best that I not go. Let's see what else has been going on. Everything was kind of uneventful until I hit maybe about 34 weeks. And then that's when the cramping really started. It started off, like at first when I talked to you guys, I only had the cramping on my right side where my fibroid was. Well, now I've been having cramping all the way across. It occurs more at night than during the day. I still have it during the day, but it seems like it's worse at night for some reason. It has really been disconcerting because I also sometimes feel it in my back, which I also do have a back issue. So you combine both of those, I've been having really bad back pain. One night it got so bad to where I actually was in the tub to try to relieve some of it. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, like I do not need to have this baby in the tub. But the contractions were not consistent enough for me to, worry to go to the hospital. So, that's the only reason why I stayed at home and tried to see what it was going to do. I did talk to my doctor about it, and she said that it was normal. She said that she said that everybody's body is different. Some people feel the Braxton Hicks, some people don't. But she said it was perfectly normal. She said that as long as I don't feel like it's so painful to where, oh my God, I have to go to the hospital now, or as long as it's not 5 minutes apart and intensifies, then, everything, or of course no spotting or no leakage, then it's just normal. It's just my body getting prepared to do what it wants to do, which for me is not normal. I had, my older children, when I started cramping the first time I went in, I was dilating, but I was dilating slowly, so they sent me home. But the point is I was in labor. And then my second child, I woke up out my sleep to cramping, and I went to the hospital, and then I had her a few hours later. So everyone's like, well, you're gonna know, but it's like, I really hope so, because like this pregnancy is so much different for me. So that's what's been going on with the cramping. My main symptom besides the cramping is fatigue and pregnancy brain. You guys, when I tell you pregnancy brain is real, like I knew that I was going to experience fatigue. Fatigue is very normal for people, but I don't know about you guys, but I really honestly feel like sometimes if my head was not on my shoulders, I would leave it at home. I sometimes will forget what I'm saying in the middle of a thought. Like, it's crazy. And so I ran across this article not that long ago, and it was saying how, let me see if I can find it. I had it and then it disappeared. So I've been really depending on my husband to remind me to do things, and my oldest daughter, she's wonderful. She's been my chauffeur because, you guys, I'm still on rest. And it's actually funny because last time I went to the doctor, I hit 36 weeks, and she was really, they're really surprised. I won't say surprised, but it's above our expectation that we made it this far. And we're really excited about that. And she checked me, and she was like, I was thinking maybe since you were 36 weeks, maybe I can allow you to do a little more activity. But after she checked me, she was like, you really don't have a cervix. So we're just going to stick to what we've been doing. And it's funny because she's my doctor, and she knew from my history, my paperwork, that I brought in the beginning, that showed her history, that showed my previous my previous surgeries to my cervix, but she never actually checked me. So when she checked me, she was really shocked that I really, really basically don't have a cervix. So I am still officially on home rest. And I say home rest because I'm not confined to my bed, but I am confined to not doing any kind of strenuous activities, no long period standing, and things like that. So here's the app. It says, don't worry, mommy. This week of pregnancy, you may have trouble concentrating and remembering new information. Memory impairment at the end of pregnancy is caused by temporary shrinkage of the brain cells, but this passes at most a few weeks after birth. You guys. So to carry this baby is shrinking my blood cells, you guys, in my brain. Is that what it says? It says temporary shrinkage of brain cells. And it was funny because I was telling my daughter this, and so she was like, oh, so you're carrying a baby, but he's slowly trying to kill you. I said, no, I don't think he's trying to kill you. They just make you dumb for a while. Like, don't give me any new processes. Don't give me any new information. I will forget. I will be asking you tomorrow. I will not remember. So that is like one of my really big symptoms is pregnancy brain and fatigue. Like, I'm tired all the time. I'll do a few things around the house, and then that's a wrap. Like, I'm done for the rest of the day. So other than that, I'm still waiting on him to drop some. I have gotten some relief, but I still get really out of breath. I'm just out of breath just talking and through this video. Let's see what else is going on with me. The last time I went to the doctor, Micah is now 6 pounds. Well, they told me 5 pounds, 12 ounces. But I actually feel like he is probably 6 pounds or more because it's heavy. Like, he feels really, really heavy when I'm standing and walking around. I do wear a maternity band, and he still feels heavy to me. What else has been going on? I'm still getting the nursery together. It's almost done. We still have a few decor things that are waiting to be shipped in and come in. We've gotten some, and some are still waiting on, and then we're going to slowly put those up. Like I said, I'm not in a huge rush, but it would be nice to have it done before he comes. Like I said, the baby will probably be co-sleeping with us in a co-sleeper attached to the bed for at least 4 to 6 months. But I do plan on using the nursery for like nursing, maybe nap times and stuff like that. Because I do want to, during the day, introduce him to the crib and have him in the crib sometimes, so that way when we have him start sleeping into a crib, it's not as big shock of, what is this space and why am I in here? So it's important to me to have that smooth transition. Because it's like a lot of things is different from when I had my first two. I had my first two, they was actually in the bed with me up until about 3 months maybe, and then they were in their crib. But now they say that it's not safe. It's increased risk of SIDS. They should be co-sleeping with you for 6 months to a year. Like I said, I'm gonna give it 4 to 6 months. We'll see how it goes. A difference is that breastfeeding wasn't really popular with them. So I did try to breastfeed with my older two, but I wasn't successful because we didn't have the resources for when I got frustrated. I feel like they wasn't getting enough milk. Hindsight and research tells me it's because it hadn't came in yet. Like it would be like, I think with my first one I tried like maybe 2 weeks. My second one I tried like a week, and because I failed the first time, I was like, okay, I'm over it. So I am going to be giving that a go. So I'm told that it's also a good idea to co-sleep for longer than 6 months, because with my first two, they started sleeping throughout the night within about 8 to 10 weeks. It may not be the same for this one because I'll be breastfeeding, and so breast milk, they digest faster than formula, which means they're hungry more often. So this is interesting. We're going to see how this goes. But I am, now that I have done so much more research and there's so much more resources out there and support groups, I really feel confident that I'm going to be able to give this a go. So I'm excited about that. What else is different? I want to talk a little bit about how my pregnancies was different. With pregnant my first two, both of them I had really bad heartburn. Like the last 8 to 6 weeks, I was eating Tums like M&Ms, because back then you didn't take Pepto, not Pepto, but Percocet and all that kind of stuff for acid reflux. You took Tums, and Tums did nothing for me. And this one, I have not yet experienced heartburn. I have 3 weeks left to go, and I'm praying that I still don't have to experience heartburn. That's the most uncomfortable feeling ever. So that's a good thing. What else? Swelling. Like with this pregnancy, I haven't really had a whole lot of swelling. I think my hands swelled up one time, and I got really nervous because one of the rings that I have, my wedding band, if I have to cut it, I ruin it. So I took them off and I haven't put them back on. But like, I guess I could if I wanted to, but I just don't want to chance just because they do swell again. But with my first two, I was at the end of my pregnancy, water retention. Like I was like feet was swollen, hands was swollen, face was swollen. So I feel like I'm carrying this one so much better. Weight gain. I think with my first two, I thought it was a license to eat. So I did gain a lot of weight. This time around, I still eat when I'm hungry. I make some healthier choices. I still don't eat the best, but I do make some healthier choices. And I stop eating when I'm full. But also the difference is my cravings. Like with my first two, I craved a lot of sweets. I don't crave a lot of sweets with this one. And I think that has helped me a whole lot, because I'm not eating like cakes and candies and stuff like that. Like if I crave something sweet, it's like ice cream or something like that. It's sweet, but it's not extremely sweet. So that's good. So I've gained, my first two, I gained anywhere between 50 to 60 pounds. And with this one so far, I'm only at 20 pounds. So I'm happy with that. The doctors are happy with that. Baby is growing fine at a normal weight. So we're all happy about that. So that is like one of the other biggest differences. And then, but with this pregnancy though, it just seems like it's harder, because my first two, I don't remember being this fatigued. I remember people used to tell me, you need to sit down, you need to slow down, you need to do this. Like I was just, zipping around doing what I have to do, which is weird because I was heavier, but that's how it was. But with this one, you don't have to tell me to sit down. Like I'm doing two things and I'm sitting down, and that's it. Like fatigue is real. The cramping, like I said, I didn't experience that my first two. So it makes me nervous because it's like, is this it? Is this not it? So I actually have to sit down and pay attention and actually time these, I guess they call it false labor. It's a little bit, I forgot the term that they use. It starts with a P, but it's Brass and Hicks, but it's like a preterm labor, but it's not really full on labor. I don't know if that makes sense. But I didn't have that. So I think another word that they use for it is an irritable uterus. I didn't have that. So, and I think also by me having fibroids, I think that also probably contributes to the pain that I have when I have a contraction. So those are the differences. Um, but I'm almost there. I am in the home stretch. I am patiently waiting for him to come. I'm not rushing him. There is still a few more things that I would like to do. I would like to finish getting some more things unpacked and getting them organized. I would like to finish, putting up the decoration stuff that I want on the wall in the nursery. So I definitely have a few more things I need to do. Michael still needs to put in a car seat and get it inspected. So still have a few things that we need to do that I would like to be able to do at my leisure. So like I said, I'm patiently waiting. I know a lot of people, they get to the end of the pregnancy and like, oh my gosh, come out already. But besides for the cramping, honestly, it's still not that bad for me yet. It's really not. And I guess I can say that because I am on bed rest. So I do get to rest whenever I get ready. I have a very good support team at the home. I don't have to do too much. I always have someone that is ready to help me. So why not? It's 3 extra weeks that I get to be pampered, and be taken care of. So before I have to start taking care of a baby and start taking care of everybody else. What else? There was one more thing. What I am the most nervous about, and that's something I want to talk about. What I am the most nervous about is I never had a C-section. In my first 2, I had them naturally. And this one, I have to have a C-section. And I think that is the most nerve-wracking thing to me. It's not so much that, it is a major surgery. I have been put under anesthesia before. I've had surgeries before. But this is like a major abdominal surgery. Like, cut me wide open. It's not laparoscopic. And, so it does make me nervous. But even more so is the recovery time. Like, I know with my first 2, I had them 3 or 4 days, a little soreness and stuff, take some sitz baths, maybe maybe a pain pill or 2, and it was, almost business back to normal, almost business as usual. But with this, it's like, I guess I'm just nervous. I don't know what the recovery time is going to be. I don't know what it's going to be like. I watched some videos. I don't know why I did that to myself. And I've been watching YouTube videos of other people who say, how their recovery process is, which I don't know why I did that to myself. And it's kind of like mixed reviews. Some people say it wasn't that bad. Some people say feel like they was hit by a truck. Like, you guys. So, if there's anyone that's watching this video that's had a C-section and, there's any tips that you want to give me, anything that I should, any ways that I can prepare for it, or anything that I need to have that's going to make it easier, or any tips to help the healing process, I will take it. I will definitely take that. So that's really my only real anxiety right now is the C-section. So yeah, I really wanted to make sure I got to update you guys, at least this update before I actually have the baby. Hopefully I'll be able to give you another update before then, but now that I know where my camera is. But that's what's been going on with me, you guys. It's been a little eventful, but not a whole lot. Like I said, baby's healthy. I'm healthy. And not a whole lot of symptoms other than, like I said, pregnancy brain, cramping, and fatigue. That's really what it is. And I'm so glad that I've carried the baby this far, and every day that he stays in is a blessing. And I really do want him to stay in to the 39 weeks because I do not want to be in the NICU, you guys. I do not want to have to be discharged and leave my baby at the hospital. That was something else I was also worried about. But it's not as much of a concern, because if he was to come, he would, you know, pretty good chance that he will still probably come home with me. He's already pretty good size, so when we do the sonograms, they say he's making breathing movements, so it's a good indication that he's ready to breathe on his own when he comes out. So we're doing good, you guys. We're doing in good shape. Thank you guys for those that have been praying with me and for me. Thank you for that. For those that are also still going through their trying to conceive journey, I have not forgot about you guys. I still thinking about you guys, and I still pray for you guys by name. So hopefully I'll see some updated videos. Hear some good success stories. So thank you guys for keeping up with me, and thank you guys for supporting me, and I'll see you guys in my next video.